Hola, 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 friends. Hola. Okay, the camera is on. So, be the change you want to see in the world. I am so happy um, because I have the freedom to do whatever it is that I want to do. It just, life is just so free once you have released the constraints of the responsibilities that we think we have that are kind of imposed on us. Not even kind of, like the way this matrix is set up is you go to school, maybe you go to a higher level institution, university, then you get a job, and then maybe you get married, and then maybe you have some kids, and then you work, and then you vacation once a year, and then you die, right? That's basically the pathway and the timeline, the way the system was set up. I am so grateful to be retired to where I do not have to work. And what's even more amazing is that not only do I receive a pension, but the divine consciousness, God, Gaia, whatever you want to call the greatness that created this whole world in its entirety, offers me much bigger paychecks, and for that I am so grateful. And I just get it every day, and I don't even be looking for it, and that's what's so exciting. So one thing I like to do with my spare time between my life is a vacation. It's a whole playground of whatever thought comes to mind, whatever place I want to go to, I go to. Whatever I want to do, I go do it. So when my daughter's like, "What you gonna do for Mother's Day?" I'm like, I do everything that I want to do anyway. So Mother's Day is another day for me to have hot chai tea if I want to, because I get the massages, I go to the exotic places, I hang out on the beach, I go to five-star restaurants, I do all the luxurious things already anyway because it's available, and I take every opportunity to enjoy life like that. But what I also love to do is give. I love to give in a way where I converse with people, I inspire people, I take the time out to talk to people that stop me on the street randomly, or if it's on the airplane, if it's in the airport, if it's anywhere, people that come up to me and talk to me. That's how I spend my time. Another thing that I love to do is pick up trash, right? Super clean freak. I'm a super clean freak. I don't just like for my home to be clean or wherever I am to be clean. I love for my environment around me to also be clean. And so where I currently live at, it's like a 10-12 minute walk to this little plaza where my favorite bakery slash cafe is at. And when I walk there, I also get to see donkeys and horses, and I love to feed them. But what annoys me is all the trash that is thrown out of people's cars, or people, they just finished a beverage and they're just like chucking it on the ground. Like, okay, okay. So I was walking and I was just like, oh, I caught myself being irritated. And then I was just like, pick it up. Like, clean it up. You have a problem with it, clean it up, because it's like nobody else's job, right? To do. There are sanitation workers, but it's here in Mexico. It's not like how in the United States that there's people that are around picking up trash continuously. Here in Mexico, people will rake all their trash together and burn it. Unless you're in like a municipal area, they are going to pick up the trash. So where I walk, I've never seen anyone picking up trash in that area. And so I was like, oh man, this would be a fun thing to do. One thing that we used to do, thank you so much, Lori Pierce, was pick up trash every quarter, which we had plenty of time. We can pick up trash every week, to be honest. And we would go on the highway. I forget the area in Hawaii, but we would pick up trash, and I really found that so enjoyable. Just the cleanliness. It was like a breath of fresh air. And it's not just benefiting me and my little thing that I like to do, it's benefiting the earth, and it just looks really wonderful. And so I went today to pick up the trash, but I was able to go through this dump site into the farm and pick up trash on the other side of the gate, which was so much trash. It was just so much trash. And it was just like every piece that I picked up, it was just so rewarding. But when I say God is great, infinite intelligence is amazing, is that every time I've went to pick up trash, I found money. And I'm not looking for money. And I just thought, oh, this is, just a reward from God, because it's like, you did this, you found this, there you go. And it's just so amazing that you do something and the reward is the action of me doing it, because I find great pleasure in cleaning. Like, several times I've had part-time jobs where I would clean people's houses because that's fun for me, right? And I love to create the space of this clear energy flow when I organize and straighten up an environment, and the enjoyment that people receive when they see that their house is clean in a way that they couldn't have imagined it, that's also very pleasurable for me as well. So I love cleaning, right? Anytime anybody has been to my home, is always clean. I'm like, oh my gosh, my house is a mess, because the blanket on the couch isn't folded, and I would freak out. Back in the day, it was like super OCD, but it has calmed down a whole bunch. And the reason why I'm making this video, be the change that you want to see, because before I made it to where the farm was to clean the inside and the outside to pick up the trash, there's some businesses outside of my community that as soon as I walked out, I seen pizza boxes and cardboard boxes and bottles laying around. So it's like, let me clean this up real quick. So I had cleaned up in front of a car repair shop and 2 other businesses just right in front. And when I was doing that, there were like 4 men standing on the other side of the fence watching me. And they were like wondering what I was doing, or not what I was doing, because it was obvious I was picking up trash, but maybe why I was doing it. And so what was so rewarding, on top of just the cleanliness and then spending time with the donkeys that I feed usually, was that when I was walking back home, I had noticed piles of garbage that they had not just piled up so they could burn, but like put in trash bags, and it was like on the road so it could be picked up. I frequent this area, like I walk back and forth to the plaza every day, and I've been doing this for 5 months now. It's May, and I've never seen anybody put out trash, like, ever. And the fact that in front of the businesses that they had cleaned up over there and they put out trash, it like really made me want to cry, because I got so emotional, because I did something for me and it ultimately benefits the earth. And it affected people in a way where they had acted and they did something too that was also impactful for their business, for their own whatever. The reason why I do stuff like this is because I seen a movie called Idiocracy years and years ago. And to be honest, friends, the world is looking like Idiocracy. In that movie, it was just full of trash everywhere. Somebody was put to sleep in some type of hibernation tank, and then they had awakened, but when they had woken up, the world had completely changed, and they like got up, and they got out of the container, and there was trash everywhere. Everything was just really odd and off. I mean, piles and piles of trash was everywhere. So Egypt, some areas in Egypt look like Idiocracy. When I would ride around, the image it just stuck in my mind, where if you go to Cairo, you can watch movies and it's just looking all stunning, and not once are you going to see what it really looks like over there. In Alexandria, Egypt is absolutely beautiful. In Cairo, Egypt, not too far from the pyramids, it looks trashed, right? The buildings are like halfway standing, and it was like, it looks like a tornado came through and knocked the whole front part of the building off, to where you can see inside of the building if it was 5 floors or 6 floors that used to be. And people live and walk and maneuver around all of this trash. And it's like, if you don't bother cleaning it up, you become comfortable with it. And then when you're comfortable with it, you don't even realize that you're just living around a bunch of filth and a bunch of trash. And in America, it already happens. I don't know how many times in Hawaii I am driving to go pick up my son from his elementary school, and I would see a refrigerator on the side of the road, or a couch, or bags of trash on the highway, and not just in Hawaii, in the United States. And it's like, that doesn't even make any sense to me, because you can drive to any business and go behind the business. There's garbage containers everywhere. And if you do a quick Google search, you can look up a trash dump. There's trash dumps everywhere. Like, where are they taking the trash? Like, we're not taking the time out to look for these things to help make this world a better place, but we got all the time in the world to scroll and scroll and scroll and brainwash ourselves and distract ourselves. And it's like, what you're doing with these distractions and this scrolling isn't benefiting you. It's just made to make you waste your time and dull you out from reality. So now when you're walking around, you don't even see the trash. You're just adding to the trash. Like, you're just throwing trash out of the window. Oh, you finished drinking your Coca-Cola that has a whole bunch of toxic chemicals in it. Let me just throw it on the ground. You just changed your baby's diaper. Let me just throw that on the ground. Like, if we are not consciously participating in creating a better world, then it's going to be full on idiocracy, like worldwide. And it's already that in so many countries. And people could think in the United States it could never happen, but it's already happening. Look at the world around you. Are you stepping over trash, right? Like, I don't understand that. If you have the ability to throw trash out of your car, or if you are unconsciously just throwing trash on the ground, I'm curious to want to know what your house looked like, because so within as without. Is this a reflection of what your home life is like? Because if you don't know how to take care of yourself, you damn sure don't know how to take care of the world or anybody else or anything else. So that's to be expected. I get up here and I do these videos, and there's multiple people in the world on social media talking about the same thing. I'm reiterating it because it needs to be said. Like, this world is changing now. Is it changing for the better? Is it changing for the worse? What choices are you making as an individual that's impacting the world in a better way? Are you making choices that impacts the world in a non-helpful way with your actions and with your behaviors and with your energy and with your reactions? Like, what exactly are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Are you even conscious of what you're doing? Are you conscious of your behaviors? Are you conscious of anything that you're doing? Or are you just in a hamster wheel, in the matrix, just going through the day, Monday through Friday, going to work, dropping off the kids, picking up the kids, going home, doing homework, cooking, cleaning, watch some brainwash TV, go to sleep? Is that what's happening? Because every time I talk to people and they are wanting a better life, you can't change your life if you're not conscious of your everyday doings. Like, you have to be conscious of every single thing you do. That's why spirituality is a lifestyle. Every moment of the day of my life, I make choices that are bettering myself and bettering other people. I want to be the change that I want to see. That's what I want to do with my life. And I met a new friend about a week ago, and she is also retired. And she was like, "What do you do?" I was like, "Oh, I travel, I stay at home, I meditate, I write, that kind of stuff." She was like, "Oh, we need to find you something to do." And I was like, "Oh, I pick up trash." And she was like, "What? Why?" I'm like, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? And whose responsibility is it? Like, Is it the soul sanitation workers to pick up trash? Or is it everyone's planet, and everyone that is affected by the trash, by seeing it with their eyes, can make the choice to walk by it, or they can make the choice to pick it up? Excuse me, just like you can make the choice to, if you encounter a not nice human being because they got low energy, are you making a choice to react to their behavior towards you, or are you choosing to see that, okay, this person is not in a good place, I'm not going to add to that negative energy, and I'm just going to respond with kindness and love, and I'm going to go about my day? Or what most people do, they'll wake up maybe on a good side of the bed, and then they'll leave their house on their way to work or on their way to whatever activity they're about to participate in, and someone does something like cut you off, and you got to slam on the brakes, and you are now reactive to what someone else did, and you're cursing and you're honking on horns. This is so big in New York City. It's like, oh my goodness, let me just lay on the horn and tell you how pissed I am. And then after I tell you how pissed I am and you drive off, I'm going to spend 5 or 10 minutes talking to whoever I was talking to on the phone or in the car, cursing that person out. Meanwhile, they're just lowering their energy and putting themselves in a space, allowing someone else to now control them that they don't even know and probably won't ever see again. What choices are you making, friends? So if you want the kind of energy, you want the kind of life that is just more relaxed and more free flowing and full of more love, then make choices to make positive change. And positive change starts with you and your behavior and your actions. Like, you got to be conscious of your actions, because we live in a digital world. Everyone's head is down on a phone, whether they're driving or they're walking, and they are not paying attention. And if you're not paying attention, life is happening to you, and you're not making it happen for you. That's how you change your whole life, by being aware of the choices you make, and your whole perception will change. That's it. And then life is wonderful. And then you're free. And then you're totally free, because you are in control of yourself. You are managing your choices. You are doing the thing that benefits you and your happiness. And no one, absolutely no one, will have control or power over you when you are no longer reactive to what's happening outside, and you know you the shit because you walking around with that peace inside you, and nobody can disturb that. That's true power and true freedom. But when you're walking around and you're reacting to absolutely every single thing that's happening to you and around you, you are a slave. You are absolute slave to the game, to the matrix, and you are not in control of your life. And if you want something different, then you have to be different. That's it. You have to be different, friends. And I want what I feel and what I experience every day for everyone to have that same kind of freedom and that same kind of joy and that same kind of happiness, that you can just do whatever you want. You literally can do whatever you want. No one is trapped to their job. If it's unsatisfying, quit. There's other things for you. In fact, I'm sure you probably got some amazing hidden talent within you that you haven't even tapped into, because you already begrudged and angry at the job that you choose to go to every single day that makes you unhappy because you slave to a paycheck. For my Christians out there that believe in God, that don't really have faith, you don't have to worry about where am I going to get money if you believe in God, right? Like, God is always going to take care of you. I don't care what kind of bills is in the mail. I don't care what your bank account looks like. If you actually have faith and you know God will take care of you, then you will quit. That's true faith. That's true faith. If you are unhappy, you think God wants you to be unhappy in a miserable job. Oh no, you didn't come to this earth for that. You didn't come to this earth to be a slave to a job, to be unhappy in for the sake of money. You're a slave. You are a slave now because you will put money over your own happiness. That doesn't make any sense. That's why people that Some people, you hear about lawyers quitting their jobs or hedge fund managers quitting their jobs because they got the six-figure job that they always wanted and then found out it was unfulfilling and they weren't happy with all this money. Like I was watching a video yesterday about this doctor, a brain surgeon, that he had manifested all the things in his life, and he had $30 million in his bank account, and he had the best house overlooking the ocean, and he got Ferraris, and he got all these cars, and he was numb and unhappy because on his way to making all those millions, he forgot about all the important things in life, which was people and love. People don't understand that money will not make you happy. I don't care what you say, because you think you're broke, because you have a poverty mindset. Money will not make you happy, friends. It won't make you happy. It'll get you nice things. It'll get you to great places, but it won't make you happy. But I can guarantee you that when you look within and you begin to love yourself and you see yourself in a different light, and you quiet that negative self-talk and you address those shadows and stop projecting that negative energy out into reality, and you start projecting the love because you now know how to love yourself, you can receive the abundance that you always wanted. A poverty mindset is everybody that think they broke and poor. That's a poverty mindset. You think you poor because somebody told you you was poor, because you believed in the matrix and you believed in your physical reality bank account, and you seen it was a negative balance, and you said, oh, I'm broke, or you say, oh, I'm poor, or you say, oh, that's too expensive, or you say, oh, I'm too cheap. Like, when you say these words, words are powerful. Language is the most powerful thing in the world. That's why things have double meanings. That's why people say things and they have no idea that what they're saying is casting a spell over their reality, because they saying stuff and they believe it. Oh, I'm broke. Oh, that's too expensive. I can't afford this. Oh, you can't afford it? God be like, boom, your wish is my command. God don't care about good and bad. It's what you say, that's what you get. It's like Aladdin with the magic genie in the lamp. You tell yourself positive things and you start to believe those positive things and you start to feel that love within, everything will come to you, because you will have a mindset shift and you will perceive life in a different reality. And then you will start encountering people that will help you get to where it is that you truly want to be. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be in that small apartment. You don't want to be in that neighborhood that you don't feel safe in. You don't want to be shopping at the Dollar Tree. You don't want to be eating this processed bioengineered food. You want good quality food. You want to shop at the farmers markets. You want to shop at only organic places, and you want to nourish your mind and your body, because when you do that, you begin to feel better. And the fog that's in your mind, because there's so many chemicals in the food, they put so many chemicals in the air with the chemtrails. There's so many chemicals in our clothes. If you're wearing a lot of polyester and lycra, spandex, and like all the other stuff, if you are wearing Bath and Body and Victoria's Secrets and all these perfumes, there's chemicals in it. Everything is processed and have chemicals in it. And so that is also hampering your brain. And then you're watching things on TV that you can relate with, some trash TV show, and you and that character are identifying because you believe yourself to be this person. And if you believe yourself to be this person, then that's the reality you live. But if you believe that you the shit and you believe that you deserve greatness because greatness is here for everyone, this world is absolutely abundant and everybody can have absolutely everything that they ever want or they ever dreamed of, that you got to believe that and you got to feel that. And when you feel that, you will change. And when you change, you will start encountering people that'll help you on that path to where you want to be. And then those people that weren't for you, that were energy vampires, that are no longer serving you, that's complaining all the time or gossiping all the time, and they're not uplifting you, then those people will fall to the wayside because they're not helping you. Birds of a feather flock together. That's a saying for a reason. So if you look around and you see that the people around you have low energy and they're always complaining and they're not really doing anything for their own self-betterment to grow and expand as a human being, then you be like, I probably shouldn't be around these people. I should probably be in a different room where different conversations are had, not about people, but about things that they can improve on, learning more about the physical body, learning more about what's happening around the world and how myself can I improve that? How can I improve myself to get these things that I want and that I envision for myself? Don't worry, friends. I used to be all on Greenleaf. I used to binge watch TV shows and I used to drink soda and I used to be doing all those kind of things. And they never did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing but waste my time, the most valuable currency on this planet. And when I started to change, because major life events happen that usually be the reason and the cause and the jump start for you to shift, then my focus started to change and I began to see clearly. Like, I used to wear glasses. I see so damn clear now. I don't even need my spectacles unless it's at night and I'm driving. My life began to shift because I realized those things I used to do weren't fulfilling me. They were just dulling me out and numbing me. And I didn't want to participate in that type of life anymore. I wanted a fulfilling life, and I am absolutely fulfilled, whether I'm picking up trash or I'm riding a boat down the Nile River in freaking Egypt. I am fulfilled equally in both of those ways because I am authentic and I have integrity with myself. I know what I want. I know exactly what I want for myself out of this life, and I know what I want to help do to make this life better. I don't want to just talk about stuff anymore. I want to be about stuff. I want to do stuff. And every single time I go to any place, I just happen to imagine I want to go, and I go there and I encounter these amazing people, and they're always like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You are such an angel. I'm so happy that I met you." That is fulfilling. That is fulfilling. When you don't know something you don't know, and then you encounter somebody and then you teach them something that they didn't know that they wanted to hear because they was ready to listen. The problem right now is there's a lot of information out here and people aren't ready to listen because distractions are fun, I guess, because they're distracting, right? They're distracting you from yourself. They're distracting you from your higher purpose. You weren't put on this planet to scroll for hours and waste your time, right? You wasn't put on this planet to sit in front of a couch and watch TV shows over and over and over. It's nothing wrong with watching a show, once in a while. But what is that doing if you're overweight and you've been talking about losing weight, but yet you have done absolutely nothing to start that change? Then you don't have any integrity and you don't love yourself because you haven't prioritized yourself because you're lazy and you don't have time, right? But we have all the time in the world. Time is an illusion. It's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to change? You have to actively change something in order to see a change. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a change. And obviously it's not going to be a change because you haven't made any changes. That's why it's a cycle. That's why it's a loop, right? You have to change something. I have this app, the Better Me app, where I'm so grateful for it because some days I'm so lazy. I'm so happy they got the options to do workouts while you're still in bed, or they got workouts on the couch. Like, there's no excuse now. If you go on YouTube, there's chair workouts. They got 5-minute workouts. If you don't have any time, they got a 5-minute workout. Sometimes I'm working out while I'm brushing my teeth. Right? I'm doing that every day, twice a day. So I got to work out in twice a day if that's the only time I'm actually working out. Like, what is it that you want to do? Do it. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses for your life. Change. Please change. Pretty please change so that someone will see your change and then you will inspire them to do something else. That's what it's all about. That's what awakening is all about. It's like turning on one light bulb and then one light bulb sees that light bulb is on and it's like, oh, I want to shine bright. And then that second light bulb come on. You have no idea who is watching you, and you have no idea the type of impact that you are leaving on this person, good or bad, because they're watching you and you don't know. Just like your children, they watching every single thing that you're doing. Now, they may not say anything, they'll probably internalize it, and then they'll grow up, and then they'll have childhood trauma, and then they got to do the same thing that you should be doing right now, which is working on you. But if you just change, right, you actively, consciously work on yourself, and you change, right, yourself, then they can see that change, and then you will have influenced them to make a positive change for themselves. But if you are lazy and you are out of shape, then chances are your children are lazy and they're also out of shape, and chances are they're going to have kids, and the same thing is going to happen unless they get to a point where they're sick, or they have a near-death experience because cancer scared them, or heart attack scared them, or whatever scared them, and then, oh, okay, because that's the final warning signal that the universe sent you, that hey, you're not paying attention to your body, you're not prioritizing yourself. This dis-ease is now in your body. Where did it come from? It's not genetics. No, it's the food, it's your laziness, it's your lack of self-care and self-love. That's what it is. That's truly what it is. Vegetables will cure you. Grounding will cure you. Being in nature will cure you. And peace of mind. That's what gets the disease, dis-ease out of your body, right? You want something to change, be that change. Actively seek change. It's a conscious thing that you have to choose to do on a daily basis. This is so important, friends. Like every time I get on Instagram, every time I post on social media, I am sharing information for your betterment so that you can know something that you previously didn't know, because I'm constantly looking up things. I have stuff showing up on my YouTube, on my Instagram, that are constantly enlightening me that I had no idea about. And I'm like, oh, snap, change. I'm not going to use these products anymore. I'm not going to eat that anymore. I'm not going to shop at this store anymore, because I'm tired of the bullshit and I don't want to continue supporting that. So this one customer is not going to give you any of her money anymore because she has decided to change for the better. And if you're tired of all these bullcrap stores that's in your neighborhood, it's a liquor store in every urban neighborhood on every single corner. You might be blessed and have 2 liquor stores on opposite corners. If you're tired of seeing stuff like that, stop shopping there. Stop drinking it. Stop buying from this store. We as individuals are so freaking powerful. We are so powerful with our actions when we're conscious and we're choosing the ones that benefit us. But if you're a slave and you feel like you have no choice, then you're going to shop at these places and you're going to do these things because you think you're stuck only with that option. But all the options in the world are available to you, friends. All the options in the world are available to you. You have to believe and know that you are an amazing, magical, spiritual being, and that you are abundant, and that you deserve everything, and then you choose to make those choices that benefit you every single day, in every single way. You have to be the change. If you want to see a change in your life, you have to change it. No one's going to take your life and take your body and change it up for you, and then you get back in your body and your life, and now you're living it and it's perfect. You got to do it. And so what? It's going to suck. It's going to be hard when you first start working out. It's going to be hard when you put down the Doritos and you put down the Cancer Coke. It's going to be hard to do that. And it's okay. It's okay that it's hard. Right? It's going to have a lasting impact on your life and on your health, on your well-being. And so what? If you slip up and you drink a Coke, right? I totally gave up soda. I was drinking like 1 Coke a year up until 22. Coke Zero was my thing. I would have 1 a year. But then I just completely stopped. And that was okay. I didn't feel like a loss. When my body is hydrated, I feel so much better. Every time I drank soda and every time I drank alcohol, I could feel my kidneys and my liver like not feeling right. Like I can feel every time I put something in my mouth that wasn't supposed to be there, once I started to begin to eat healthy and cut certain things out of my life. And it wasn't always easy, but now after you've been doing this and living this lifestyle, it's like, oh my God, I can't even believe I used to drink every single day. Like, wow. I used to drink every single day. Now I don't even think about that. I'm like, I can't wait. I need some water right now. Um, it's okay if it's hard. It'll be more lasting, right, for you when you get that weight off of your body, when you clean up your house, when you change those habits that are no longer serving you. You're going to feel a million times better. I guarantee. I guarantee. Tell me if you worked out and you felt horrible from losing weight. Tell me if you changed your life and started eating healthy every day and your body didn't benefit you. Please send me a DM. I normally don't respond to messages, but I will respond to that one. Tell me that you effectively, consciously tried to make your life better and it wasn't better. Please. One thing I do have to say is that if you've been doing something for 20 years, you've been overweight for 20 years, you've been drinking for 20 years, you've been doing whatever you was doing for however long, don't do something for a week and be like, nah, you was wrong. Don't prove me wrong, you're proving yourself wrong. Don't fight for your own unhappiness. You have to be consistently better. You can't be like, oh, I did this for a week, it didn't work. I did this for a month. No, 6 months, a year. You're cheating yourself at proving yourself wrong, at continuing to be unhealthy and unhappy. Okay, I was talking longer than I expected. This was supposed to be a short message, but I got really excited because it's so empowering and exciting to talk to you guys, because I love you so very much, friends. Like, truly, people from around the world, they message me and it just fills my heart up with so much love. And I am so grateful that you take the time out to listen or watch these videos, because I have so much love in my heart for myself and for everybody else, because I want to see everyone be the best version of them. That makes me happy every time someone says, oh my God, you changed my life for the better. I am so happy. Like, that makes me happy because they are happy with themselves and they're happy with their life. Like, that really just, it's powerful. It's powerful to affect people in a way that they are aware of their own awareness, right? They are. It's just such a joy. It's such a joy. I love you. I love you. I love you, friends. You are amazing spiritual beings having a human existence. You are so fantastic. You're stronger than you think. You're courageous. You can do anything. You have to choose that, though. You have to choose the better. You have to make the right choices that benefit you. Okay? Have a wonderful day. I love you so much. Bye.